Welcome to Bogglesocks TV. We've got lots of classic and original TV shows. Subscribe now and enjoy the video.
Grandpa in my pocket! It was a Sunday morning and the sun was shining in Sunnysands.
Look out, Captain Dumbletwit!
Grandpa and I were reading a Captain Dumbletwit story, and Jemima said,
I think it's going to be a very dull day.
but Jemima couldn't have been more wrong. Suddenly we heard,
I wonder who that can be.
I ran and opened the door, and guess who walked in? Mr. Mentor the Inventor. Now, Mr. Mentor the Inventor lives in the lighthouse in Sunnysands. He's always coming up with really crazy inventions. Like this, the grassy buggle jumper. Only the bugs liked it even more than he did. Then there's this, the automatic haerostatic that gives you a new hairstyle every day. And this, the Huffer Puffer Pillow Fluffer. Everyone loves going to visit him in the lighthouse and trying things out. So we were all wondering what he wanted today.
Mr. Mentor, what a nice surprise. Have you come to stay?
Oh no, not at all. I'm on my way to a meeting of the most remarkable inventors in the universe.
Sounds great, Mr. Mentor, but why are you here?
I have an invention which I've almost invented, but I've had to leave it at the lighthouse. It's behaving rather badly and shouldn't be left by itself.
Really? So, what is this invention?
It plops the custard into a custard puff. It tends to plop when it shouldn't plop and not plop when it should plop. But when it works properly, I'm sure it will be fabadiculous.
Yes, this was the day we got to see Mr. Mentor's Custard Puff Plopper.
So are you saying you'd like us to look after it for you while you're at the meeting?
Oh, yes, please.
Mr. Mentor gave Dad the keys to the lighthouse. Then he picked up all his boxes and bags and went off to see the most remarkable inventors in the universe.
Can I come with you, Dad? And me?
Yes, I could do with your help.
Great! I'll just get my shoes.
Who knows, I might be able to fix the custard puff plopper. I'll bring some tools.
If Dad's going to try and fix Mr. Mentor's custard puff plopper, he's going to need my help. I'm coming too.
Not the shrinking cup, Grandpa!
Catch me if you can.
You know what happens when Grandpa shrinks. He can get in my car and make it go. He can fly on Gordon, my toy seagull. He can get into our Sunnysands train and chuff around. Or he can just run for all he's worth. At that moment, Jemima came running downstairs and Dad came in from the garden.
Come on!
Grandpa gone for a little lie down, has he? Good idea. Come on.
There was nothing I could do. Grandpa would have to find his own way to the lighthouse. So off we went in Campo, and Jemima said,
It's a pity Grandpa couldn't come with us. He's never seen Mr. Mentor's inventing room.
and Dad said,
Yes, poor Grandpa. But he'd never manage all those stairs.
but I had a feeling that Grandpa wasn't going to bother with stairs. Grandpa had got here first. I quickly hid the plane under one of Mr. Mentor's scarves. I knew Grandpa had to be hiding somewhere, but there was no time to look for him.
So which one's the custard puff plopper? I think it must be this. I think you're right, Jason.
Oh, I see. The milk, sugar and eggs are in the funnel. So custard should plop through this pipe into the puff.
Dad twiddled a knob,
I wonder why it's not working.
and this is what happened.
Careful, Dad! I think the custard's stuck in the plopping pipe.
I need to look inside. There's a screwdriver in Campo. Would you mind fetching it, Jemima?
So Jemima ran all the way to the bottom of the lighthouse to fetch Dad's screwdriver. Grandpa was trying to get to the custard puff plopper, but he couldn't with Dad right there. I needed to get him out of the way. Couldn't you do the hammer too, Dad?
I think you're right.
This was Grandpa's chance. He jumped down, ran across the floor and climbed up the table leg. But there was only one way to get inside it, by climbing up the plopping pipe.
Have you worked out what's wrong yet, Grandpa?
Grandpa had worked it out. Suddenly, he pushed a nut out of the plopper.
The nut wasn't screwed on properly. It's dirty. It needs a good clean.
But there was no time to clean it. Somebody was coming up the stairs. It was... Great Aunt Loretta, Grandpa's sister.
Mr. Mentor's left you in charge of his inventions.
Oh, I don't think so. Oh, that's all I need.
I hope you haven't been interfering, Jason. Ooh, you have to be very careful when you... Oh!
Great Aunt Loretta had caught her boot in a hole in the floorboards.
I caught my boot in a hole in the floorboards. Oh, now then, where's this custard plop puffer Mr. Mentor was talking about?
Actually, it's a custard puff plopper.
Well, that's what I said. Get out of the way, Jason.
Grandpa was hiding behind the custard puff plopper. Any moment Great Aunt Loretta would see him.
What was that? It wasn't a mouse, was it?
I don't think so. While Great Aunt Loretta was looking for the mouse, Grandpa quickly took his chance. He leapt off the table and ran towards the hole. He was just jumping into it when...
Ah! I saw something disappearing into that hole. It must have been a mouse. Oh, it might eat one of Mr. Mentor's inventions, or it might get into the custard plop puffer plopper.
Under the floorboards, the mouse was looking for the red plastic nut, but he wasn't having much luck.
I can't see it anywhere. Bother.
Oh, I've got it. Just the thing. This'll scare the life out of it.
A clockwork bumblebee.
Exactly.
The clockwork bumblebee didn't scare the life out of the mouse, but it did scare the life out of Grandpa. Now Great Aunt Loretta had her ear to the floor, listening.
I can hear footsteps and rustling and panting. Must be a doddery old mouse down here.
Perhaps you should just block up the hole.
No! Yes! I can use this. Come on, Jemima, you can do the stuffing for me.
This was a disaster. Now Grandpa was stuck under the floorboards with a clockwork toy and there was no way he could get out. But Grandpa, being Grandpa, had a plan.
Look, the mouse is pulling the scarf away.
Help! 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 Ah!
The good news was Grandpa had managed to climb out of the hole. The better news was he'd found the red plastic nut. And the best news of all was that he'd cleaned it with Mr. Mentor's scarf.
It's only a mouse.
While Dad and Jemima were busy calming Great Aunt Loretta down, Grandpa climbed back up the plopping pipe. Just in time, too.
Please don't worry about the mouse, Loretta. Have a go with the custard puff plopper instead.
So Great Aunt Loretta started pushing buttons and pulling levers. Of course, she had no idea that Grandpa was inside.
Well, it's no good, it's not plopping.
Sorry, Loretta. I thought I'd fixed it.
Well, you hadn't.
I think we should take the custard puff plopper home. I've got loads more tools in my workshop.
Back at home, Jemima was upstairs helping Great Aunt Loretta to clean up. And Dad was looking for some more tools. Grandpa, you must come out now! But it was too late. Dad was back.
This should do it. Just tighten that. Loosen that. Turn this. Hey!
Brilliant! Pass me a puff, Jemima.
Great Aunt Loretta hadn't just plopped Custard into her puff, she'd plopped Grandpa too.
Ah! It's wiggling! I think the mouse is in it! Ooh.
Loretta, it's okay, come back!
While everyone was in the garden, I took Grandpa out of the puff. He was covered in custard, but it didn't stop him running into the sitting room. He whipped off his cap and came back to his normal size.
We did it, Jason. We fixed the custard puff Plopper. That's what I call teamwork.
Teamwork, Grandpa.
Later, Mr. Mentor was absolutely delighted to see his custard puff plopper working.
I'm absolutely delighted. You are a genius, Mr. Mason. You should join the most remarkable inventors in the universe.
Of course, I couldn't tell Dad or Mr. Mentor that the really remarkable inventor was Grandpa.
You've woken up, eh, Grandpa? Do you fancy a custard puff?
No thanks, Loretta.
Yum! You don't know what you're missing.
Oh, don't I?
Grandpa in my pocket! Today, we were in the garden. Mum was painting a picture of the flowers. Jemima was reading a book about ballet, and I was playing trains with Grandpa. Dad was in the bike shop. He was very busy sending out orders of Mr. Mentor the Inventor's latest invention. Now, Mr. Mentor the Inventor lives in the lighthouse in Sunny Sands. He's always coming up with really crazy inventions. Like this, the grassy buggle jumper. Only the bugs liked it even more than he did. Then there's this, the automatic haerostatic that gives you a new hairstyle every day. And this, the Huffer Puffer Pillow Fluffer. Everyone loves going to visit him in the lighthouse and trying things out. And he likes trying out other people's inventions too. And now he had invented these. Mr. Mentor calls it the brillioso bicycle bell. Mr. Mentor doesn't just invent things, he invents words as well. Every brillioso bicycle bell had a funny ring. And of all the bells in the bike shop, there were no two rings the same.
I wonder if there's a brillioso bicycle bell that goes wah 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 wah.
Yes, or
Or...
Just then, Mr. Leica Biker arrived on his way to the beach.
Mr. Leica Biker, I'm sorry I didn't see you there. You'll have to excuse us. We were pretending to be brillioso bicycle bells.
Oh, brillioso bicycle bells?
Mr. Mentor's latest invention. Every bell makes a different sound.
Oh, I like a bell with a resounding ring.
Well, the bike shop's full of them. You can take your pick.
Oh, I will. I'll go there right now.
maybe not right now, Mr. Leica Biker. Dad's really busy. Everybody wants bells, and he's sending out orders.
Then the sooner I get there, the better. He might sell out. Oh, excuse me.
Before we could stop him, Mr. Leica Biker was gone.
I think I'll just go for a little lie down.
I knew what Grandpa was thinking. I followed him inside.
If Mr. Leica Biker is going to be choosing bells, then Dad is going to need my help.
Not the shrinking cap, Grandpa.
Catch me if you can.
You know when Grandpa shrinks, he can get up to all sorts of magical things. Grandpa! He can take off in my plane. He can get in my car and make it go. He can chuff around in our Sunny Sands train. And this time, he decided to fly on Gordon, my toy seagull. I'm the only one who knows about Grandpa's magic shrinking cap, and nobody else must find out. I didn't like Grandpa going to the bike shop by himself. I needed to go too, and make sure he didn't get into trouble.
Mum, perhaps I should go to the bike shop and help Dad.
Oh, there's no need, Jason. He said he'd be better off without us.
There was nothing I could do. I just had to leave it to Grandpa.
Wait! Look out, Gordon! Have you got any particular ring in mind?
Not really. I thought I'd try them all and then make my mind up.
You want to try them all?
Yeah.
Careful! Some of those bells are already saved for customers.
Luckily, Mr. Leica Biker and Dad were so busy looking at the bells that they didn't see Grandpa flying in, or landing, or running. Or hiding behind a row of puncture repair kits.
Ah! Ooh! Now that is a good one. Yeah.
Dad was never going to finish sending out his order at this rate. Grandpa needed to get Mr. Leica Biker away from the brillioso bicycle bells. The problem was, how? And then he remembered. It's not just bells Mr. Leica Biker likes.
Oh! I like a bike with silver trim. Oh! I like a saddle with comfy padding. Oh! I like a helmet with sparkly stars on it.
Mr. Leica Biker likes everything to do with cycling. Grandpa was running along the top shelf. If he could get Mr. Leica Biker interested in something else, then Dad could get on with packing up the bells. First he tried to get him interested in cycling shorts.
Oh, are those cycling shorts? Oh, let me see. Hey. Oh, yes, I like a pair of shorts with extra stretch. Now, those bells.
Then Grandpa tried to get him interested in a cycling top.
Oh, is that a cycling top? Oh, yes. I like a top with a nice long zipper.
Why don't you try them on? Take as long as you like.
Thank you.
Now Mr. Leica Biker had something to try on. Dad could go back to sorting out the bells. Grandpa's plan was working. But it wasn't working for long.
Oh, it's a bit tight around the arms.
That's because you've still got your armbands on.
What? Oh, oh yeah, so I have. I thought I was looking a bit muscly. Yeah.
Please can I go and help Dad, Mum? Please?
He doesn't need any help, Jason. I'm sure he's doing absolutely fine.
I had a nasty feeling that he wasn't doing absolutely fine. And I was right.
No, don't.
That's
No, really. No, please.
Mr. Leica Biker was messing everything up. Grandpa had to do something.
How did that happen?
Oh, I don't know. It's almost as if they're saying, come over here, come over here. Oh, I like a roaring tiger H5642.
Well, please take a long look at it.
Oh, thanks, I will. Oh, yes. I'll take it. And as I'm buying a roaring tiger H5642, I should have a bell that goes roar.
I think that one's already been sold.
Oh.
Look, I've got to go print some more sticky labels. Would you mind waiting till I get back?
Oh, no worries. I'll go and look for one myself.
No, please, just wait. Don't touch anything.
Right, okay. I won't. Oh, yes, very nice.
So Dad went out the back to print off some more labels, leaving Mr. Leica Biker alone in the bike shop. At least he thought he was alone. Grandpa knew Mr. Leica Biker wouldn't be able to keep his hands off the bells for long. Grandpa ran towards the shelf of maps and travel books. He hid behind them and started to push them off.
Oh, I like to know how to get from A to B. I wonder what other maps there are.
Any moment, Mr. Leica Biker was going to see Grandpa. Grandpa made a quick getaway and jumped in the bag.
Oh dear.
Are you okay, Mr. Leica Biker?
Oh, I like a map of Sunny Sands and surrounding areas.
Excellent. Or perhaps you'd like to take your new bike and your new map and go for a ride.
Oh, you just try and stop me. But all I need now is a new bell. Oh, it's so hard to choose. I think I better listen to them all again.
No. Tell you what, Mr. Leica Biker, let me choose for you.
Oh, all right.
I've got one here that makes the perfect sound for you.
Oh, all right. Oh! Oh! I like a bell that goes, oh!
I thought you might.
Yeah.
Why don't you take it, show Jemima and Jason.
And Dad put Miss Leica Biker's bell into the bag that Grandpa was in.
Right, yes. Thank you.
The good news was Mr. Leica Biker had finally left the bike shop. The bad news was, so had Grandpa.
I'm back! And guess what I got? A brillioso bicycle bell!
I thought you might.
Yeah. Would you like to hear its
He was
noise?
just about to open it when we all heard this.
Grandpa makes a noise just like that.
If Mr. Leica Biker opened the bag, then everyone would see Grandpa.
Don't worry, I can help.
I whipped the bell out of the bag and handed it to Mr. Leica Biker.
It looks fine to me, Mr. Leica Biker.
While the others were all having fun with the bell,
Do you want to go? Yeah. Go
I
on.
dashed inside with Grandpa in the bag. At last it was safe for Grandpa to come out. Grandpa!
Whew, that was close.
Cap off, Grandpa, quick!
Well done for getting Mr. Leica Biker out of the shop.
And well done for you getting me out of the bag. Teamwork, eh?
Teamwork.
Later, Mr. Leica Biker went off for a ride around Sunny Sands, and Dad came back home.
I managed to get all my orders done, even with Mr. Leica Biker in the shop.
You see, Jason, I told you Dad would be better off without any of us there. There was no need to worry.
Oh no, never any need to worry.